Welcome back. Today we're done with the windows and we're starting on the doors and the door jamb construction. I went ahead and I glued this little round window. I glued the little glass pane in it, and it has a matching glass like the doors do. So the doors are done. That little extra window is done. And we are ready to move on to the door jamb and get those installed. Well, we can't get them installed, but get them cut, measured, cut, and glued. Then we can paint them. But I was thinking that I think I would like to try, because we're not going to wire this dollhouse. We're not going to put electricity in it. It won't have lights. Of trying to make it early pioneer type thing. So I was going through and making a list of what I need to figure out how to make. And I have had a subscription to this magazine, Dollhouse Miniatures. And I was just looking through it to see if they had ideas of things that we could make to put in this dollhouse. And I ran into a wealth of things. And I got to thinking we're going to need something that's supposed to look like an oil lamp or a lamp lit with a candle. And we're going to need the glass body. So why not use these little plastic trimmings? Can you see it? Little plastic trimmings that we cut off the windows for the little fake glass. So I'm going to set those aside. I have more like this stuff, but not as flexible as this. And in the last magazine I was looking through, I come upon a major find. It's a Frontier kitchen stove. We can make this. It has the instructions, and it has the pattern pieces. It gives us a supply list of materials that we're going to need to make this. And I pretty much have everything we need except for maybe some, where is it here? Instant chrome automotive paint. But I'm thinking maybe my husband might have some in his shop. Otherwise, we pretty much have everything on the list we're going to need to make this cool little wood stove. I was pretty excited. So we're going to set that aside. And I was thinking we're going to need things like candlesticks, those old trunks people used to have. I've found instructions on how to make a water pump, you know, one of those little hand water pumps. We're going to need to make wood barrels, and upon my research, we're going to be making woven baskets, braided rag rugs. We'll be making strings of beans drying and onions, braided onions. We'll make wooden crates of potatoes and apples, and we'll make pumpkins and squashes and just wooden dishes and metal dishes. And I also found in another place upon my research of how to incorporate farmhouse designs. It gave me 7 tips. And one I couldn't understand, so maybe if you guys understand it, you can leave a comment and explain it. It says, worn and torn surfaces. Embrace patina. Texture offsets the simplicity of clean lines and forms while adding character. And I don't fully understand what that means. So that's what I've been researching. Now let's just get on with our construction. So we have been working on windows today. So the windows are ready to be glued in. And that's what they'll look like. And that's what the ones down there will look like. So those are ready to go. I've got the trim and the doors ready to go up here. And the upper trim will go like that. And so now I have to paint, and the bottom one will look just like this. So I have to paint this trim here on both doors, wait for that to dry, and then we can glue the doors in, and then we'll glue the windows in. Each door I'm keeping separate with its own groupings because I've made each door work with its own pieces of trim. This was the way it was supposed to look. Here's the universal trim that's going across the top of the pivot plate on the inside of the door. Here's the trim that goes, it grips the wall like this, and the door comes up against this part. So I need to sand this up a little bit, clean it up. And then on the bottom, the pivot pin sat right in there, and this gets glued to the floor. This gets glued to the top of the wall, or the doorway. This gets glued on, and these get glued in this channel. And then this gets glued across the top, and here and here. That's where we're at. And then it says the next thing is the double hung windows. We can go ahead and get those glued in. And I went ahead and I put the little thing on there, and we have to glue these on here. There's 4 of them for each of the compass points. And then inside of there goes, these little things. I need to punch out and get those painted gray. And I'm going to do that while I'm painting the door trim. So let's just go ahead and poke these out now. So I'll have all this stuff here ready to paint. Now this and this one will have to be painted white because they're going to be on the inside. So this will be gray, and all the rest of this will be gray. I want to clean this up a little bit with and this will go on the inside of that. Can you see that? And that will go around there. Okay. Okay, I think that's where I'll... Does anybody have any questions? Now is a good time to ask them. And see, this is what that round window looks like. Glass between wall and outside window. This is the inside trim. I should just go ahead and paint that white too, because that will be white anyway. And here's those little pieces I just showed you. And we get those on. Then we get to move to the corner trim and the porch. So I think I'm going to go ahead and get this painting done. I believe I will also, here's the trim for the inside of the round window. I think I'll go ahead and paint that white too, because these two things have to get painted white, and everything else will get painted gray. And when I get the doors installed and the glue is all dried, they will open. The doors will open and shut just like that. Not that we're ever going to need them open, but why not? And the hinge is actually a tiny little nail. I don't know if you remember when I did the unboxing and there was 4 little nails and 2 little brads. Well, the little brad is the doorknob. Isn't that cute? And the little nails are the hinges. I should have told you when I drilled the holes for the pins in the doors, I used this teeny tiny little drill bit. Oh, can you see it? It is so fine. It's not much bigger than a strand of hair. So that's what I drilled these tiny little holes in the hole for the doorknob with. Everything is painted and drying now. Took these little things and I just dipped them in the bucket of paint. And then I scooched them around a little bit and we'll let those dry. These are all going to dry. I have the white trim there drying. So after we get the windows in, and we get the little round window in, then we're going to put on some corner trim pieces. So I thought, being as we're painting, I had the brushes wet, we might as well find what we need and get them in. So locate some corner trim molding 5/8 and some universal trim 5/3. This is the 5/8. You see what it looks like? Okay. And this is the 5/3. Cut 2 8-inch pieces of corner trim molding 5/8 to cover each of the 2 exterior corners. Okay, so 5/8, we want to double check to make sure. And 5/8 is that and that. So I'd say this one and this one are the same. So we want 2 8-inch pieces. Okay, so that's where we'll go now. And then we want 2 8-inch pieces of universal trim to stand vertically in the inside corners of the porch area. Okay, this is 5/3. Right here's 5/3. And that's 5/3. I'd say that's the same thing. So I'm going to go ahead and cut 8-inch pieces of both trims. And then I'll go ahead and I'll get that painted gray. So we're ready to use those after we get the windows in. I think that's a pretty good thing to do. We shouldn't get too lost there. And it's drying. Here's the 4 pieces to go on the porch. Upstairs, downstairs, inside, window, trim for the window. All right, today we're gluing our doors in place. And we start by gluing these in. Putting glue in here. Go in there like that. This one gets glue in there the same way. Stick that in here like this. All right, now we put glue on the pivot plates. Like that. Okay. Now we have to do this top one from the back side. This one on the top. Okay. And this here we'll glue on the back side, on the top. To hold the door in that way. Okay, and then this here goes like that. So let's just go ahead and get him glued on too. Put a little bit of glue on these. There we go. Now, repeat the process with the bottom one. The doors are in. Now comes the windows. Now let's see what we can do for clamps. No. had to take this piece off because I cut the angle wrong. It was right, but the piece was upside down. This part is supposed to be up here. So that makes it wrong. So I had to recut a new one and paint it. And we're waiting for that to dry. So we're just going to keep going ahead with our windows. There. While we're waiting for the windows to dry, we're going to put these two together because they go on the round window. And it says the little round things go right on the edge. Like that. All right. Put our tiny little clamps on there. Okay, those are dry. And let's see. We have pieces that we cut yesterday. And I painted them. And the right front corner of the front wing and the right corner of the front wall. All right, so this exterior, the right front corner of the front wing and the right front corner, and it'll be going to there. We're going to let that dry a little bit longer. Universal trim to stand vertically in the inside corners of the porch. So this one here. There. Oh, I think it should go this way. It doesn't really tell us. see right here. Okay, the two exterior corners, the right front corner of the front wing and the front corner of the right wall. Okay, those are right. 2 pieces of universal trim vertically on the inside corners of the porch area. Later, these 4 pieces of molding will help to support the balcony floor. So it doesn't really tell us, so I'm assuming it goes like that. Because if you, I don't know if you can tell, but right there are the 2 pieces, and this one here, it looks like it should go like that. And this one is in here. Doesn't really show us anything. But see, again, that one is up there like that, so I'm thinking they should be the same. I think that's why we're going to go with it. What I could do is, here's the porch floor. I could try that. So this will go here like that. This will go here like that. Makes sense, right? Okay, so then this goes there. And we have that one there. And that one there. Like that. I think that's right. Because it fits right under the door here. Okay. That's where we're going to glue them in. That ought to work. Okay, now we'll glue this on here. So I think this is a good place to stop. The windows are in, both doors are in. We have the corner trim for the porch on, and tomorrow we'll start the railing for the porch. I believe that's what's next in line. So you guys have a great afternoon, and thank you for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye.